Hi guys, what's up? So welcome back to the class. Today we are starting with a new chapter which is called as appointment and qualification of director. I hope I'm audible. Check. Hello. Yeah. So we are starting with appointment and qualification of directors. Appointment and qualification of directors. Okay. Now if you know, we finished 173 to 193. Correct? Board meeting chapter. 194, 195 was not there. Then we did 196 205. 196 to 205. This was in manager remuneration. We have done this. We have done the module ka MCQs also. Now we are doing 149 to 172. This we will be doing in this chapter, 149 to 172. Now the question arises, sir, of which act? The answer is Companies Act 2013. Companies Act 2013. Okay. Now, so first we're going to do all the easy sections, then we want to proceed. Okay. So it says appointment and qualification of director. So let me just give you a little basic idea of what exactly, who is exactly the director, what they do, so that you have a little clarity on that. As such, there is no there's no section for it, but for your basic knowledge so that it is used in your practical life also. So you should know it. Okay. So to become a director in a company, sir, what is the qualification? He should be chartered accountant. Should he be a company secretary or something else like that? Engineer, doctor? No. There is no qualification. A CA, non-CA, CS, MBA, anybody can become the director. So now the question arises, can a minor become a director? The answer is no. See, but ideally the Companies Act has not written anything. Companies Act says any person can become a director. But if you know, to become a director, we need to obtain only one thing. To become a director, we should have only one thing. That one thing is called as basically DIN. Oops. What it is basically, guys? Your DIN. DIN. Director identification number. What it is, guys? Director identification number. What it is exactly? Director identification number. Director identification number. It's a number which is given by central government. So the individual has to apply to central government to get the DIN. So when you apply, obviously you will be filling a form. When you fill the form, you have to sign. That means you're getting into a contract with central government. Correct? So, your contract act will come in the picture. Any contract with minor is what? Void ab initio. Any contract with minor is what? Void ab initio. Correct? So, because minor cannot enter into contract, he cannot obtain DIN. If he cannot obtain DIN, he cannot become a director. If he cannot obtain a DIN, he cannot become a director. Understood? So, ideally an individual, there is no qualification. He just have to be minimum 18 years of age. Understood? Now, when we talk about directors, so DIN ka proper section is there and proper chapter is also there. We will do it separately. Okay, DIN ka concept. Are of two kinds. One is executive directors. Other one is non-executive director. One is executive director. Other one is non-executive director. One is executive director, other one is non-executive director. Okay, this is not there in the syllabus, but it's only for your knowledge. So, sir, executive director means who executes the business operation of the company, who is in charge of the operations of the company, like who come every day. Like imagine we have a coaching academy, so I go every day, I prepare the timetable, I will see whose lecture it is. He is called as executive director because he is entering into the operations, day-to-day operations of the company. Sir, who is a non-executive director? Sir, non-executive director means a person who will come not every day, only for the board meeting, only for the important decisions of the company. He is called as which director, guys? Non-executive director. Which director? Non-executive director. So directors are of two kinds. One is executive director and non-executive director. Executive director is basically a person who comes into day-to-day operations. Non-executive director is like a chartered accountant, company secretary. You need them. You need them for some professional advice. So you make them as non-executive director. Now, in non-executive, I will teach you 6 conditions are there. How many conditions, guys? 6 conditions. If you fulfill these 6 conditions, then, so if you follow those 6 conditions, what you will become? You will become independent director. What you will become, guys? You will become independent director. Oh, if you do not follow those 6 conditions, I'll teach you those 6 conditions, okay? You will be just a non-executive director. You will be what? Non-executive director. So, basically, people who are from outside, they don't engage in day-to-day operations. These are called as non-executive director. And if you follow those 6 conditions, which is written in section 149 subsection 6, you will become what? You will become independent director, okay? Like for example, I would say Reliance, okay, Mukesh Ambani, he comes every day, he plans everything, so he's an executive director. Okay, there are other people also who are involved in Reliance operation, Reliance, but they're not involved in a day-to-day operation. They are called as non-executive director. Now I'll show you who are they. So do you get a little idea about Reliance? Now see. So Mukesh Ambani is the chairman and managing director. Oh, Neeta Ambani is what? Non-executive director. That means she is not involved in day-to-day operations. Okay, His Excellency Yasir Othman H.A.I. Rumayan is an independent director. Deepak Jain is an independent director. He is also independent director. He is also independent director. Independent director. Independent director. Then independent director. Independent director. Now these 4 people are executive director. So executive director means who are involved in day-to-day operations. So these 4 people plus 1 Mukesh Ambani. These 5 people are handling the day-to-day operations of the company. Rest everybody is what? Non-executive director. I mean, basically after non-executive, they have fulfilled the conditions, so they become independent director. Now understand, Neeta Ambani, she is not fulfilling those 6 conditions, so she is not independent, but she is non-executive director. So she is there, but she is not involved in day-to-day operations. Understood? How is executive and non-executive? Now, so we're going to study section 149 to 172 in this chapter. Now let's start from very easy section. So I'm teaching you 3 sections now, which are linked together. You will read it together. 167, 168, 169. These 3 sections are together. 167 talks about vacation of office. 168 talks about removal. 168 talks about resignation. 169 talks about removal. Okay. Oops. Vacation of office, that means you are leaving from office. 168 means resignation, that means you are leaving from office. 169 means removal, that means you are leaving from office. So all 3 are linked together, but all 3 has a different situation. All 3 have a different situation. So vacation of office means you must have contravened some law ka provisions. When you have contravened some law ka provision, you have to leave there. So when you leave from the office, it is called as what? 167 vacation of office. You don't want to work in the company. When you don't want to work in the company, voluntarily you want to go. When you want to go, it is called as what? Resignation. Okay. Always remember the directors are appointed by the members. Who appoints the directors? Members. So members have appointed you and you are not working properly. Now member want to remove you. So removal is in 169. One is law ka wish, other one is your wish, third one is members ka wish. Okay, in all the 3 the directors goes out. Now listen. It says 167. Vacation of office. We call this as via code. Sabne FO kaha. Sabne FO kaha. What is S? Sir, section 164 is attracted. We'll be doing this in this chapter only. Now, 164 is basically disqualification of the director. Disqualification of the director. So, if you are disqualified, you need to vacate. You need to vacate from all the companies other than the company in which he is default under that subsection. Okay. If section 164 is attracted, you have to vacate. However, in case of 164.2, I will recall this again when we do 164. Okay. In case of which section, guys? 164.2. Which section? 164.2. You have to vacate everywhere. You have to vacate, like if I am a director in 5 companies, I will vacate from everywhere. But where 164.2 is attracted, I will not vacate from that particular company. If I am a director in 5 companies, I have contravened section 164.2 in A Limited. So because A Limited mein I have contravened 164.2, so I am disqualified now. If I am disqualified, I will vacate from all B, C, D, E. I will not vacate from A because I need to rectify that thing. What is 164.2? I think in this session or the next session I will teach you that. Okay, just remember that. If 164.2 is attracted, you have to vacate from everywhere except the defaulting company. A. Boss, you are absent from all the board meetings, whether with or without approval in the last 12 months. Now we have discussed in board meeting chapter that generally minimum 4 board meetings are required. Okay, 1 meeting I was absent. Okay, I was not well. Second board meeting I had some emergency at home. I was absent. Third meeting I went for my honeymoon. Third time, yeah, with family. Fourth meeting I had to go for a wedding. So I took company ka approval, the other directors ka approval. Can I go or not? Boss, you are absent from all the board meetings. But sir, I have taken approval now. Boss, whether you have taken approval or you have not taken approval, whether you have taken approval or whether you have not taken approval, you are absent in the last 12 months in all the board meetings. Which meeting, guys? All board meeting. You be at home. You enjoy the life. Don't come to the company. Vacate the office. Achha, sir, there are 7 meetings in a last year. I have attended one meeting. So this point will not be attracted. It says when you have been absent from all the board meetings in the last 12 months, then you have to vacate the office. B. B is what? In Hindi we say it is called Baar nikala. Baar nikala means he is removed. Company have only removed, so that means you have to vacate the office. You have to leave from the office. Yen. No notice for who is required. No notice is required for who. Who means what? Vacation of office. Company will not come and inform you, dear director, please go from the office. No, you have to voluntarily go. E. In Hindi we say, एक पैसा नहीं देंगे. एक पैसा नहीं देंगे. That means no compensation will be given. See, why you vacate the office? Because you have done something wrong. So if you have done something wrong, so why the company will give you compensation? They will not give you any compensation. Okay. F. If he fails to disclose interest as per section 184 or he acts in contravention of 184. If you remember interested director, if you self plus other directors hold more than 2% in another company, baby limited. So you are interested director, and if you are interested director, you have to disclose the interest, right? You have not disclosed. Or you have disclosed it, but you have disclosed wrong. You have disclosed it wrong. So you need to vacate. O. Order of court or tribunal or convicted by court of any offence involving moral turpitude or otherwise and sentence in respect thereof to imprisonment of not less than 6 months. So court order has been passed, tribunal order has been passed, or you have been convicted by any court for minimum 6 months. Obviously you will be in jail, vacate the office. So you will no longer be the director of a company. So the code is what? Sabne FO, and the kaha is what? Contravention. Now you were supposed to vacate the office and you have not vacated the office. You were supposed to vacate the office and you have not vacated the office. So minimum is 1 lakh, maximum is 5 lakh penalty. How much? Minimum 1 lakh, maximum 5 lakh. Minimum 1 lakh, maximum 5 lakh. Minimum 1 lakh, maximum 5 lakh. Okay. Understood? So my code is what? Sabne FO ka. Section 164 is attracted, vacate the office from all the company. Achha, in case of 164.2, you will vacate from all the companies except defaulting companies. A. Absent from all the board meetings in the last 12 months, whether with approval or without approval. B. Baar nikala, means is removed. N. No notice is required. E. Ek paisa nahi, there is no compensation will be given. F. Fails to disclose interest as per 184 or acts in contravention of 184. Kaha, O. Order of court or tribunal or convicted for minimum 6 months. Kaha, contravention minimum 1 lakh to 5 lakh. Acha, private company can have additional grounds to remove directors. So generally this is law ka grounds. So it is there in both public and private company. But if it's a private company, we can have any other additional ground also. Like we were 4 directors A, B, C, D. We made a rule that nobody of us will get married. Okay, till we get a very good profit. My other director, he fall in love. Love is blind. He got married. We are a private company. We had put an additional condition that till we earn, let us assume 10 crore profit, nobody of us will get married. But he got married. So it was an additional ground. Now he will be disqualified. So we will remove him. Okay, private company can provide any additional ground. Now, sir, what if all the directors vacated, like all the directors vacated? Then who will come in the picture? Promoters will come in the picture. Who will come? Promoters will hold the office. Temporarily, who will hold the office? Promoter. But if there are no promoters, like promoters are the same directors only, they also vacated the office. Then who will come in the picture? Then CG will appoint new director up to the next general meeting. Then CG will appoint new directors in the up to the next general meeting, because in the general meeting what will happen? Members will come, then members will appoint the fresh new directors. Okay. So the concept is, if all the directors have vacated the office, then promoters will come in the picture. They will handle the company. If promoters are not there, then who will come? CG will appoint new directors up to the date of next general meeting, because in the next general meeting what will happen? Members will come and appoint the directors. Okay. Now, if you remember सबने FO कहा, उसमें the O वाला point, order of court. So once the order is passed, like if any point is getting attracted, सबने FO कहा में से, you have to vacate immediately. Immediately means, sir, right here, right now, vacate. Pack your bags, go to the village. Take your bag, go to the village, because we have vacated the office. But in case of O wala point, order of court or tribunal, what it says, the order will not be applicable. That means you don't have to vacate. Okay, you don't have to vacate for how many days? For 30 days from the date of conviction or order of disqualification. So you can't imagine order is passed, you will not vacate for how many days? 30 days. What you will do in this 30 days? So you will be there in the office. You have a right to file appeal. What you have to do? You have to file the appeal. That appeal will go on 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. Okay. Imagine it went for 4 years. On the fourth year, the order is passed against the director. So the director has to vacate the office. Law says no. Still, we will give you how many days? 7 days. How many days, guys? 7 days. In that 7 days, you have a right to go for further appeal. That means second appeal. That appeal goes on like 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. Okay. On the 5th year, what happens? The order is passed against the director. So when the order is passed against the director, on that day he has to vacate. Generally, he will vacate when? Immediately. But in case of order of court, tribunal, or convicted by court, in that case he will not vacate immediately. He has how many days? He has 30 days to take the call. Okay, he has 30 days, he will be there in the office. In that 30 days, if you do not file appeal, you have to vacate on the expiry of 30th day. But if you file the appeal, the case will go on 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 7 years, 10 years. Till what date it is going, on that day you have to vacate. No, sir. There also you will get how many days? 7 days to go for second appeal. That appeal goes on for like 4, 5 years. And when the result of the second appeal come, at that day you have to vacate. Basically, you will not vacate immediately in O wala point. You will vacate on the decision of second appeal. On the decision of second appeal. Section number is what? 167. Just read this part, then I'll give you again time to read it. Just read this part so that it's clear with the diagram, and draw this diagram in the notes. Next blue ink is further appeal. Done? Cool. So 167 is done. I am teaching you 168. Very simple it is. I'll give you time to read. First, because it's all three are connected now, so let's do this together. 168. 168, resignate. What is the rule? 168, resignate. You are the director. You come to the company one day. Yes, sir. I will not come from tomorrow. Or maybe I will not come after 10 days. I don't like you. So generally a director is appointed at the AGM, annual general meeting, and he is a director till the next AGM. Director is appointed at the AGM, he is a director till the next AGM. So AGM to AGM he has to work. Now, he can resign anytime. Like after 2 months, he's feeling toxicity, suffocated. I don't want to work. Lot of work pressure, 90 hours a week, or so much work we have to do. I want to resign. So director can resign by giving a notice in writing to the company at any time. You don't have to wait for the last day. You can resign at any time. What will do? Board will take the note of the same. Okay, sir, we are noting it. Now there are two forms. The company has to file DIR 12 with ROC within 30 days. Company has to file what? DIR 12. The company has to file DIR 12 with ROC. With ROC within how many days? Within 30 days. Company has to file DIR 12 with ROC within 30 days. But my directors have changed now. And company will also place the fact of resignation in the board report. So it's very simple. You go and give a letter to the company. I am going, sir. It's not you. It's me. Let's break up. What will the board do? Board will note the same. Inform to ROC in DIR 12 within 30 days. And company will also place the same in the board report that the director has resigned. Now, director may file DIR 11 with ROC. When I say may, voluntary it is. Even if you are not filing, it's okay. If you want to file, just file. Previously it was compulsory, now it is immoved. Why, sir? Because ultimately company has informed to the ROC that my director has gone. Director, if you also want to inform, you inform. If you are not informing, there is no penalty. No penalty, okay. Sir, when will the resignation be effective? Resignation will be effective from the date of giving notice. Like today you gave the notice and you see you are not coming from the 10th of the next month. Okay, from the next month you will not come. So the date of giving notice or the date mentioned in the notice, whichever is later. Date of giving notice or date mentioned in the notice, which is later. Logically, na? If I say I will not come from tomorrow, so resignation is effective from tomorrow only. If you are saying I will not come from 20th of the month, so today I gave the notice, today is 10th, from the 10th or 20, which is later, so from 20 it will be effective. Okay, logical it is. Now, whatever work, whatever fraud, whatever work you had done, you will be liable. You will be liable for the OLEX even after resignation, even though you are not a director of a company. So whatever past acts you have done, and if you didn't prove that it was your fault, you are guilty, you are liable for that. You are liable. Okay. Now, same point, if all the directors have resigned together, all the directors resign, then what will happen, sir? Same point, promoters will come into the picture. If all the promoters have also resigned, promoters were the directors, they have also resigned, then who will come? Then CG will appoint the new director up to the date of next general meeting, If no promoters are there, then CG will appoint new directors up to the date of next general meeting. Clear? 168. My question here is, so it's very simple. Director, you can resign at any point of time. Company, file DIR 2. Director, you want to file DIR 1, you file. If you are not filing, it's okay. Resignation will be effective from date of giving notice or date mentioned in the notice, whichever is later. For the old acts, you are still liable. If all the directors resign, promoter will come in the picture. Promoters are not there, or promoters were also the directors, they have resigned it. Then CG will appoint the new directors up to the date of next general meeting. Correct? 168. My question is, director gave a resignation ka notice to the company. Does company needs to accept it, or they can reject the notice also? See, if they have accepted, I have resigned it. But what if they are rejecting it? They say, no, sir, how can you do this to us? Okay, let's work it out. Okay, let's talk. Okay, let's meet and talk. We'll find out some solution to it. Tell me. See, in the entire section, they have not written that the directors have to accept it. The law says you don't want to work, you give a notice, full stop, finish. Even though they are not accepting it, the resignation is effective. Resignation is effective. See, always remember, boys, you can't force her to stay with you. If she don't want to stay, you can't force her. No? If she want to go, let her go. If she come back, she was yours. If she never come back, she was never yours. Whoa. Only boys can understand. Who has suffered breakup, only they can understand. It hurts in hearts. Yeah. So always remember that you don't require anybody's approval. You just have to inform that I am not coming Okay, I'm not coming. I'm just resigning. Okay. Okay. Director have resigned. Company was supposed to file DIR 12. Company was supposed to file DIR 12. Company has not filed DIR 12 with ROC. Okay. Is the resignation effective? Tell me. Is the resignation effective? Yes. Why? Because the rule is very simple. You just have to inform that I am not coming. Company, it is your duty to file DIR 12 with the ROC. You are not filing that form, so it is your penalty. You will pay the penalty. My resignation is effective. AB sir has taught us. No forcing. Just write in the letter, dear other directors, comma, it's over. Full stop. You will find someone better. Boys, you must have heard this, right? Simple it is. Very simple. Very simple. Understood? So it is 168. So all this is a small concept. Though even though it is not written in the section, but it is all common sense and they will test you in MCQs. Okay. 169 talks about removal of the director. 169 talks about what, guys? Removal of the directors. Understand? So directors are normal people. They are appointed by the members by a normal resolution. Normal resolution means basically ordinary resolution. So directors are always appointed. Directors, guys, are always appointed by OR. So how you will remove him? Via OR. Who will remove? Member. So company by OR can remove the directors. You can remove all the directors. Company can remove by OR all the directors except 2 directors appointed by the tribunal. A director is appointed by the tribunal. So if tribunal has appointed, who will remove him? Tribunal only will appoint. Tribunal under section 242. In some other chapter you will study this. Okay, I think operation and mismanagement you will study this. Then, or appointed by proportionate representation under 163. I'll teach you this in this chapter. Okay. So these 2 directors cannot be removed. So company can remove all the directors by OR except 2 directors. One is basically appointed by the tribunal. Second guy is appointed by the proportionate representation. Appointed by the tribunal, appointed by the proportionate representation. Okay. Note. I will be teaching you today only independent director. So independent director is also appointed by OR. So he is also removed via OR. But we can reappoint independent director. Reappoint means he will come back again. So when you are reappointing independent director, you have to pass special resolution. When you are reappointing independent director, you have to pass special resolution. So first term he is appointed via OR. So he will be removed via OR. But if it is a second term, he is appointed via SR. So use your common sense. How he will be removed? Via SR only. How he will be removed? Via SR only. One second. Independent director appointed by SR in second term. So the removal will also be by SR. So second term it is SR. Second term it is SR. Understood? So generally director appointed by OR, removed via OR. Independent director appointed by OR, removed via OR. Independent director for the second term appointed by SR will be removed by SR only. SR means special resolution, that means 75% approval. Okay. Now what is the procedure? So members will give a special notice. Members will give a special notice before the general meeting to the company for removing old director. Please remove old, please remove old, or appoint someone else in the place of old director, or instead of Ram, appoint Sham. Instead of Ram, appoint Sham. Either they will shout remove Ram, remove Ram, remove Ram, or instead of Ram, appoint Sham, appoint Sham, appoint Sham. Okay. So they have to give inform to the company via special notice. Special notice is basically giving 14 days ka gap. How many days ka gap, guys? 14 days ka gap. See, special notice is not with the glitter pen and everything, special lighting and all. No. You have to keep 14 days. So members have to keep 14 days a gap before general meeting that you are removing Ram, Or you can say instead of Ram, appoint Sham, appoint Sham, appoint Sham. Okay. Now what will the company do? So you have given the notice to the company. What will the company do? Company will forward the notice to the director. Hey director, members have come and they are saying that they are removing you. So what does the director have a right? Director have a right of representation. Sorry uncle, sorry. I will work properly, uncle, sorry. Members, please. So you have a right of representation. Okay. Again we do. So members will give special notice before the general meeting to the company for removing old director. Or instead of old, please appoint new, The time you gave the notice to the company will forward that notice to the director. Hey director, members have said that they are removing you. So he has a right of representation. Okay, now understand this point. If a special notice is given for removal of old and appointment of new, that means both things. Please remove Ram, appoint Sham. Remove Ram, appoint Sham. The vacancy will be filled in the same meeting. That means the new director Sham will be appointed in the same meeting. That means member ka meeting only. Member ka meeting only. But if the special notice is given only for removal, that please remove Ram, please remove Ram, please remove Ram. So we have removed Ram. So his place is vacant, but it has to be filled by someone. They have not spoken anything about the appointment, right? Now what will happen? That vacancy will be filled by board. That vacancy will be filled by board like a casual vacancy, provided the director who is removed shall not be reappointed and he shall remain director for the balance tenure of the old director. Now what does this mean, sir? See, two things are there. If you are removing a director, I mean if the members have given notice for removal of the old and appoint, so both things are included, remove also and appoint also. Then the vacancy will be filled in same meeting. That means member committing, member will only appoint. But if members have only spoken about removal, remove, they have not spoken about appointment, then the vacancy will be filled by whom? Board. So board will fill that vacancy in the board meeting like a casual vacancy. Oh, so board, you have to appoint a director. So we removed Ram. Can we bring Ram again? No. Ram was removed by the members. You can't bring Ram. You bring somebody else. So you are bringing Shah Rukh Khan or we are bringing Rajnikant. So Rajnikant will come as a director. So Rajnikant will be the director till when? He will be the director till the balance tenure of the old director. Rajnikant will be the director till the balance tenure of old director. Now imagine director was appointed at the AGM. Okay, he will be the director till the next AGM. Correct? He is removed in between. And we appointed, imagine, we appointed Rajnikant. Maybe members have appointed or maybe board has appointed. So Rajnikant ka tenure will be till when? What we said, till the balance tenure of old director. Balance tenure of old director means what? Till the next AGM only na. But you will not write next AGM. You will say till the balance tenure of old director. So whether member you are appointing or board is appointing, whoever appoints the new director ka tenure will be what? Will be till the next AGM. Till the balance tenure of old director. Okay. Now, this we have discussed in managerial remuneration. If it is a premature termination and there is no fault of the director, company is just removing him. Company saying, okay, we are shifting the office and we are not taking you there. So, director to have thought lot of things that I will work in the company forever of my life. I will buy a house, I will buy a car, I will go to foreign trip. Because of you, my all plans have been cancelled. So, there is a premature termination. The director is eligible for compensation. But if it is a fault of director, he is not working properly because of him winding up has happened, then it's logical. No? He will not get any compensation. This we have done in managerial remuneration chapter. Then, nothing in this section is derogating from any power to remove a director under provision of this act. See, 169 it is written removal of the director. So, you follow this. But in some other section also in the entire Companies Act, something about removal is written. So, you will follow that. Also. Okay, it is not mandatory that you have to follow this. Generally, you will follow this only. But in some other section, it is written about removal. You can follow that also. So, nothing in this section is derogating. That means reducing any power to remove a director under provision of this act. Okay. So, in some other section, if it is written, you can remove him via that section also. So, this is section 169. Understood? In all the three situations, director is going out. 167 mein it is law ka wish. 168 mein it is director ka wish. 169 mein it is members ka wish. Cool hai? Cool. So you will read 167, 8 and 9. Take your own time. Read. Around 7 minutes I'll give you. Read. Understand all the pointers. Okay. I'm here only. Done? So we have completed 168, 169 and 167, 168, 169. Now we are moving on the next section. One 171 and 172. 170, 170 and 170. Very, very easy. Okay. It says register of directors, KMP and their holdings. So company needs to maintain a register which contains the detail of the director, the KMP. I hope you understand what's KMP, key managerial person, and shareholding. You have to write the details, the name, address, number of shares, the value, when they hold, when they started holding. Okay, so basic details, and that register should be kept at the register office of the company. Okay, it's very simple. So every company shall keep at a register office a register containing what? The particulars of which directors and KMP as may be prescribed, which shall include the details of securities held, equity shares, preference shares, whatever they are holding by each of them in the company or its holding company or subsidiary of holding company or associate company. So basically we call this as CHAS. CHAS. So if a director has, if your director or your KMP is holding shares in the same company, your company, so the company needs to maintain that register containing that my director is holding my company ka share, my holding company ka share, my associate company ka share, my subsidiary company ka share, and subsidiary of such holding. That is basically common subsidiary. Okay. So CHAS is basically company, holding, associate, subsidiary of such holding company. Then a return containing such particulars and documents as may be prescribed of the directors and KMP shall also be filed to ROC. So you have to give the details to ROC also within 30 days from the appointment of every director and KMP, as the case may be, and within 30 days of any change taking place. So you inform to ROC. Once you have entered in the details, you inform to ROC within 30 days. If any change is there, that means you have sold the shares whenever it is allowed, or you have bought more shares. Okay. So whenever there is a change, you inform to ROC within 30 days. So common days with ROC is basically 30 days. Common days with ROC is basically 30 days. So it says register of directors and KMP ka shareholding. It's very simple. Every company, if your director or KMP is holding shares of your company or the CHAS, we say company holding, associate, subsidiary of such holding. Okay. What will you do? You will inform to the, you will keep the register at the register office. Plus you will inform to ROC within 30 days from the date you entered, or plus whenever there is a change. The brother of 170 is 171. Members right to inspect. Members right to inspect. Okay. Members right to inspect. What does it says? Members right to inspect. Whatever register is kept above, member have a right to inspect. The register shall be kept, which is kept under section 170, shall be open for inspection during business hours. Shall be kept open for inspection during business hours. Okay. And the members will have a right to take extract therefrom or copies thereof on a request by the members to be provided them free of cost within 30 days. So this is the only register where we say कि you can see, always remember for inspection, no fees is required. Arey boss, you want to inspect, you inspect. But if you like her, you want to take her home, then fees is required. Correct? I am talking only about the register. Okay? But only this register is that where you want to take the extract also or copies also, no fees is required. It is free of cost. Okay? The register kept shall be kept open for inspection during business hours. Members can inspect it. They can take the extract also, and the company shall provide them within 30 days, and shall also be kept open for inspection at AGM. So that register will also come in the AGM, and shall also be made accessible to any person attending the meeting. When I say any person, that means members attending the meeting, they will also have a right, plus proxy will also have a right to inspect that register. Okay. Again we do members right to inspect. Okay. Now what does it mean? So whatever register is kept above, you have a full right to inspect that register. You want to take extract, boss, you can take it free for you. Okay. That register will also go in the AGM. In the AGM, member will inspect, plus proxy also comes in the meeting. He will also have a right to inspect that register. Cool hai? Penalty. Now understand, this is a very common section. It says if in a specific section they have written the penalty, so we will follow that penalty. If in the specific section they have written the penalty, you will follow that penalty. But if penalty is not written there, you will follow this common penalty. This common penalty is section 172. It says if a company is default in complying with any provision of this chapter, and for where no specific penalty or punishment is provided. Specific penalty is there, you follow that specific penalty. But if no specific penalty is provided, then company and every officer who is in default shall be liable to a penalty of 50,000 rupees. Company and officer who is in default shall be liable to a penalty of 50,000 rupees. And in case of continuing penalty, he'll be liable for 500 rupees per day, during which such failure continues, subject to maximum. How much, sir? 3 lakh in case of a company, 1 lakh in case of officer. 3 lakh in case of company, 1 lakh in case of officer. So it's very simple. It says, generally, if in entire chapter from 149 till 171, if specific penalty is there, you follow specific penalty. If specific penalty is not there, you follow common penalty. Sir, how much is the common penalty? Company officer liable for 50,000 and 500 rupees per day and 500 rupees per day. Acha, maximum is how much? Company ka is 3 lakh, officer ka is 1 lakh. Company ka is 3 lakh, officer ka is 1 lakh. Company ka is 3 lakh, officer ka is 1 lakh. So 50,000 is fixed, plus 500. If it goes beyond 3 lakh also, maximum is 3 lakh. Okay, if it goes beyond like 1 lakh 30,000 is coming, 500. But maximum is 1 lakh. So that minimum is inclusive of this maximum figure. That is the maximum penalty. Section number is 172. Section number is what? 172. Okay. So 170 is what? Register of the directors and KMP and the shareholding. 171 is members' right to inspect. 172 is the penalty. Cool. Read this 3 section. Done? Now, next section what we do is 165, that is called number of directorship. Okay, quickly let's check the index, how many sections we have finished. So we completed section 165, that is called as number of directorship. Sorry, this pending, sorry. We did 167, vacation of office, 168, resignation of the directors, 169, removal of the directors, 170, register of directors and KMP in their shareholding, 171, members right to inspect that register, and then we did 172 penalties. We did 172 penalties. Understood this much? Now I am teaching you 165, number of directorship. Okay. 166 is basically a theoretical answer, duties of director. It is not important for exam, therefore I have not covered it in this notes. Okay, if you want to read, you can read directly from the module. Okay, it's anyways, it is basic provisions, I mean basic content. Director should work in favor of the company. He should not do anything wrong against the company, against the members. All nonsense things are there. Very irrelevant section, never asked in the exam. Okay, so this is basically RTP. Read if time permits. Okay, now I am teaching you 165. Number of directorship. Okay, now we are first learning number of directorship. So as an individual, Abhishek Bansal can become a director in how many companies? So as an individual, Abhishek Bansal can become a director in maximum 20 companies. In how many companies, guys? Maximum 20 companies. An individual can become a director in maximum 20 companies, including alternate directorship. In the next session, I will be teaching you what is alternate directorship also. So an individual can become a director in maximum 20 companies, including alternate directorship. So all inclusive 20. Now there is again a bifurcation. However, maximum 10 public companies and the balance would be private company. However, maximum 10 public companies and the balance would be private. Sir, what does this mean? It means, can I be a director in 21 companies? Can I be a director in 21 companies? The answer is no. Because you can be a director in maximum 20 companies. Then you have to do bifurcation. Public, private. So you can be a director maximum 10 public companies, maximum 10. Sir, can I be a director in 11 public companies? The answer is no, because the maximum is 10. Okay, sir, can this be 8 and 12? Can this be 8 and 12? Yes, because the restriction of maximum is on public companies. Restriction of maximum is on the public company, na? Maximum 10 public companies. Sir, can this be 5 and 15? Can this be 2 and 18? Yes, sir. It be 1 and 19. Yes, sir. 0 and 20. Yes, sir. Because the restriction is of 10 is on the public company ka part. Understood? Very important for MCQ, very important for objective answer. It says an individual can be a director in maximum 20 companies, including alternate directorship. However, the bifurcation is maximum 10 and the balance is private. Now, when you count 20 companies, you will exclude 3 things. Section 8 companies, dormant companies, foreign body corporate. Section 8 companies, dormant company, foreign body corporate. So in 20 ka limit, 3 people will not be included. So I can be a director in like 30 section 8 company. None of my limit is exhausted. I can be a director in like more 50 dormant companies. 100 foreign body corporate. Okay, foreign body corporate. Okay. So 20 will exclude what? Section 8 companies, dormant company, foreign body corporate. Section 8 company, dormant company and foreign body corporate. So 20 will exclude all this. Now, so this is left side, this is right side. Okay, this is left side, this is right side. Understand the next provision. It says, "20 companies are there." Sorry, you are a director in AB Limited. AB Limited. You are a director in AB Limited. Where will you count? Left or right? Left or right? You will count him in left. Left. AB has a subsidiary called as Baby. Oh, sorry. Separate question. You are a director in Baby P Limited. Separate question. You are a director in Baby P Limited. P private company. Where will you count? Right side. Where will you count? Right side. You will count on the right side. Correct? So if you are a director in AB Limited, you will count on left side. If you are a director in a private company, you will count it on the right side. Correct? But AB is the holding company, Baby is the subsidiary company. AB is the holding company, BBP is subsidiary company. So generally when you are a director in private company, you will count on the right side. But because this private company ka holding company, this private company ka holding company, this private company ka holding company is a public company. So this private company will become what? Deemed public company. It will become what, guys? It will become what? Deemed public company. And if it's a deemed public company, you will count it on the left side. Sorry. You will count on the you will count on the left side. Understood? Sir, if a private company is a subsidiary of a public company, it will be considered as a deemed public company for the calculation. You will count on the left side. Count on the left side. Okay. Now, as an individual, I have a right to be a director in maximum 20 companies. So I am the director of AB Limited. Okay, so I have a right to be in the A, B, C, D, E. So many companies I can be a director. Bifurcation, maximum 10, balance private, correct? Now, you are the member of AB Limited. You says, AB sir, you please be here only. You don't become the director in other 19 companies. I said, boss, section 165 gives me the power to be the director in more 19 companies. You are restricting my right. So you have a power to restrict the right. So the members of a company by SR, like the members will pass SR, may specify any lesser number of companies in which the director of a company may act as a director. So AB say you don't become a director in other 19, you become a director in like 10. So you can restrict my right via SR. Now use your common sense. How I will say yes, why I will say yes, and when I will say yes. Boss, I am going to be a director in other companies only for one reason, money, remuneration. You want to restrict my right? Restrict it. Give me money. Anyways, I am going there and earning money. Now you give me the money. So if you give me money, I will not be there. The question is, can the member restrict? The answer is yes. Members can restrict, but via which resolution, guys? Via special resolution. Via which resolution? Special resolution. If a person accepts an appointment as a director in violation of this section, that means 165. So either you are a director in more than 20 companies or more than 10 public companies, okay, then he shall be liable to a penalty of how much, guys? 2000 rupees per day after first, which continues where which such violation continues subject to a maximum of 2 lakh rupees. So it will be 2000 per day subject to maximum of 2 lakh rupees. 2000 per day subject to maximum of 2 lakh rupees. 2000 per day subject to maximum of 2 lakh rupees. 2000 per day subject to maximum of 2 lakh rupees. So this is section number 165. Again we do. An individual can be a director in maximum 20 companies, all inclusive, including alternate directorship. Bifurcation is maximum 10, balance is private. 20 companies will exclude, 3 companies. Section 8 companies, dormant company, foreign body corporate. Okay, if public company is there, private company is there, and it is a holding company, it is a subsidiary company, this subsidiary company may be a director. So generally it is counted on the left side, but here it will count on the right side. Generally it is counted on the, I said wrong. Generally it is counted on the right side, but you will count it on the left side. In public wala part mein you will count. Now, if you are a director in other 19 companies, you have a right. But if the members want to restrict your right, they can restrict it via passing which resolution, guys? Via SR. Okay, how much is the penalty? If you contravene this section 165, 2000 per day, maximum 2 lakh. 2000 per day, maximum 2 lakh. 2000 per day, maximum 2 lakh. Understood? So this is section 165. Read. Understood? So we have done 165. So this is one part of the chapter which we have done. So I think totality mein there would be 3 parts to the chapter. So this is the first part. Have you understood first part? Cool. So we did 165, that is number of directorship. 166 was duties of director, it is full time pass. 167 was who, vacation of office. 168 was resignation. 169 was removal. 170 was register of directors and KMP and their shareholding. 171 was inspection of that register, and 172 is penalty. Cool, eh? Cool. So let's take a pause here, then we continue in the next class. Bye guys, take care, enjoy and aim for a rank or 70 plus, whichever is earlier. Bye guys, take care.